Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. He'll find his receiver. It's Cody Core. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
42-yard line.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Down at the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Made by Julian Love.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, tight.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check Mike 21, Mike 18. Rip left. Hey, check Mike 21,
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Forced out to, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Second and 16. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Trubisky.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Rip right. Alert. Hey, check Mike 21,
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tariq Cohen, the ball carrier. Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of a yard. Brings up
no score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
First and 10.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
First and goal from the 3. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. The throw caught by Core. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Giants.
First down carry for Barkley. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Barkley on the handoff.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Jackson brought him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
On the stop.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Jones now on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Complete to
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
The 32-yard line. A 3-yard
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 3rd down, Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
A 25-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll have a first down past the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. play of the half. It's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards there to begin the third quarter. They also lead by 3 points.
Brings up third down.
Now Trubisky on third and long. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Tate to return it. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
For the Giants.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Toss left to Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over
At their own 40-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him? Improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And off comes to Montgomery. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Giants.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Trubisky. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Defensively by Logan Ryan.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Tackle made by
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be out of bounds
yards after getting this one across the 40. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
The line of scrimmage.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Chicago Bears.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to put a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Good for a
3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
At the 23-yard line.
He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A give, this is Montgomery. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Throwing now is Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson in the final minute, and the Bears have retaken the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2. And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch. So for Chicago, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to